Hello. We are looking to retain an attorney in order to represent us for pending mediation and arbitration between us and United Built Homes. United Built Homes built us a home over the last 11 months. The home has many substandard aspects to it, from the very initial beginning to the build, all the way through the end, fit and finish. As a rough estimate, I would say there's between $100,000 and $120,000 worth of repairs that are necessary to bring the home to a new and adequate standard to which they contracted to build us. Following, you will see several pictures detailing the lack of quality and substandard workmanship that went into our house. We are looking to have representation in place within the next 5 days. Here we're looking at the pad built by a lightweight skid steer. They used no type of compaction on the initial pad, cutting corners on the foundation of the foundation. Here, they failed to put plumbing in properly. What they did instead was rip the vapor barrier, slide the pipes above grade, just under the plastic, creating a void in the slab. What I'm showing here are all the ripples, hills, and valleys that are actually on our slab. This is an image of one of the toilet flanges. They're supposed to be centered 12 inches off the framing. As you can see, this one is not there. This is a toilet flange in the master bathroom. It's off-centered within the room. Being that the room is so narrow, it is noticeable. This is the island service for electric and water that the plumbers missed and placed in the middle of the toilet room. This is a hose bib that had to be relocated. The plumbers failed to insulate it. They also butchered the exterior of the house as they were putting it back through the wall. This is insulation in the attic missing on that same pipe. These are other pictures of the pipe insulation missing randomly throughout many of the pipes in the attic. This would cause the pipes to freeze over the last two cold fronts we had. These next pictures are demonstrating the foam that's supposed to be between the slab and base plate. They just let it blow out. This is house wrap that they just chose to haphazardly install. It's installed to where it will catch water and channel it. It's not lapped or taped according to manufacturer required specifications. Missing in this image right here. It is all of the drip edge is damaged and bent and installed improperly around the entire house. These images show the substandard insulation that they put in, leaving gaps everywhere, foam insulation not filling gaps like it's designed or intended to. This is one of many examples of the drywallers installing exceptionally humped and curved drywall. Two of the three exterior doors were installed improperly, not shimmed, and screws pulling the frames apart. This shows the water heater overflow drain pan not plumbed anywhere. Once it gets a gallon of water in it, it will flood the house. These are images demonstrating light shining across the walls. While this isn't natural light, it does allow a photograph to capture what the eye sees readily and easily. This is a straight edge going over the same areas, showing how out of plane the walls are and the ceilings are. Um, all of these blemishes can be seen in natural daylight from 5 feet or more from the walls. There is an excess of drag marks, knife marks, visible tape lines, joints not floated properly over 90% of the walls and ceiling. There is a 6 to 11 degree temperature difference between the main part of the house and the master bedroom and bathroom. The AC people have been out many times to try to repair this and have decided that it's just not engineered properly for the structure. These images just demonstrate typical fit and finish that is found throughout the interior and exterior of the home. Um, Failure to caulk properly, failure to cut properly, failure to nail properly, failure to level or plumb properly, failure to make things parallel. This is a door jamb on each side. One side it's proud by 1.5 inches, and one side it's almost flush at the bottom. Again, these are straight edges being placed flat on one portion of the wall and demonstrating how much the wall bows or curves. This is endemic throughout the entire house as well. This is a water heater disconnect that's on the wrong side of the wall. This is just showing the substandard materials that United Built used. The caulk is pulling away. The house is not even 45 days old at this point. Again, standard fit and finish that UBH feels is acceptable. This is how they decided to repair the failure to uh, put the hose bib in the correct place. This is an example of the drip edge channeling water to the inside of the house. Again, caulk failure, curved and bent walls, tape joints exceptionally visible, paint lines that vary anywhere from an inch to an inch and a half either onto the ceiling or the ceiling paint down onto the wall. This is a shower on a curved wall. These are straight tile. Um, all three walls that are tiled are curved to some degree or another, all exceeding NA standards, NAHB standards. This is the quality of the grout in the bathroom. Again, wall paint on the ceiling, ceiling paint on the wall, curved walls. We contracted for a 48-inch wide shower, and as you can see, it's about a 43.5-inch wide shower. Um, this is interior fit and finish in the attic. That's exposed sheetrock that you see. We pay for R38 insulation in the attic, and we have about R20. They installed a used door. These are dents that I'm demonstrating on this door. There's about 7 different individual dents on it. Also, the hinges don't match the rest of the home. This is the exterior of the door, same as dents on both sides. These are examples of blemishes in the drywall. I have not photographed all of them because there's simply hundreds of them. But these are prime examples of improper knockdown. This is my office. This is a square desk that you're looking at, but this is the gap on one of the walls due to not being flat. That's the gap on the other wall. Again, that's a quarter right there to show you how significant that gap is. This is all through all the corners, just globbed paint. Um, or the paint has a lot of bubbles that have blown out. This is tape and bedding showing through. This is lack of paint completely, along with tape and bed showing through, and poor texture. This drag mark, these drag marks are on all the walls. That first picture was from about 10 feet away, and of course that's close up. This is in the main living room. This is the straight edge between the wall and the ceiling juncture. As you can see, it is exceptionally wavy. The painters tried a multitude of times to get it right, and they just cannot correct for the drywall. Again, drag marks. Tape and bed marks up in the corner there. Drag marks, tremendously globbed paint. Little issues like this. And then you'll see that these plates, short here in a minute, that is just a texture overspray. That's throughout the house. Here's more crooked lines between wall and ceiling. Tape lines. This is in the master bedroom. This is a curved wall. You're seeing the tape joints right down the middle of it. Extra texture on the wall. This is in the master bathroom. There's a half-inch ridge um, right in the middle of the wall where the tub surround meets the wall. This is some of those paint pinholes. They're in a lot of places just due to way too much paint. Failure to caulk at the top of the tub surround right by the shower head. This is a caulk-free tub, but that's a 3/8 inch wide silicone blind because the walls are so crooked the tub surround would not work without caulking it. It's just showing the lack of flatness around these switch covers. The switch covers can't lie flat due to the poor tape and bedding job. This is fairly minor type things, but it's throughout the house. More drag marks, drag lines right there above the cabinets. This is the other side of the tub with that half-inch proud mark right in the middle of the wall. And truthfully, this is more examples of poor tape and bedding, drag marks, bad tape and bedding. That's about all I